Okay, in this tutorial then we're going to build a button from scratch using drawing tools. Now the symbol we want to create then, we want to insert a new symbol, and we need to make sure that it is a button symbol looking like that. Let's call it button oval blue. Click OK, and what you will see is that if you look in the library, you will see that the button oval blue has gone in, and that we are in the design area of building a button, and that there is nothing in the upstate, and as we build, so various layers will be created. So first of all then, let's build the basis of our button, and we need to use the oval tool. So let's select the oval tool, and we need to get the color mixer. Now I'm going to use a linear type shade, and you could choose any color you wanted here by clicking on the swatch. If you can select it, mine for some reason has decided it doesn't want to play today. I don't know why. It's decided it doesn't want to play that particular game, so we'll leave it like that for the moment. But no, you should be able to click on there and have no problem at all. So I'm going to create the back of my oval button, and I'm going to pop it, look at something like that. Okay, now I actually want the gradient to go from dark at the top to light at the bottom. So I'm going to get the paint bucket tool, and I'm going to drag it down vertically, and that is for me a much happier shape. Okay, and I want that to be on all of my areas of up, over and down. So I'm going to insert a frame, and so the same color will be up, over and down, and I'm going to lock that layer, and I'm going to insert a new layer. And now again we're going to use the oval tool again, but I'm going to change the color slightly now. As to why it's not changing, heaven only knows. We should be able to click on that and change the color. There we go, and click on that. There we go. Let's get it to a whiter color. That suits me. There we go, that's better. That's a better colour. And I'm going to create a oval shape on the top. Don't worry too much about the position at the moment. And already you can sort of get the feeling of sort of a 3D effect there. But again, this time though, I want the paint bucket tool, but I want it to come in the opposite direction. I want to move up. So let's try the paint bucket tool again, and drag vertically up, and then I'm going to use the selection tool to position my button, and you've got a sort of a 3D effect there. Okay, now that's only in the upstate. We obviously want to change things, so I don't know why that's come up again. It seems to be a favourite topic of this particular feature at the moment. Right, all we're going to do then is edit the button so that we can have a change when it goes over. So this is going to stay the same, but we want to, in the over state, we need to insert a keyframe and select this particular feature here, and what we could do is slightly change the color so you get sort of an effect when it goes over. Insert a keyframe here, and what we can now do is, what I would suggest you do is select this thing and show it sort of moving down as you go over it, to give something an indication of some sort of movement. And what we need to do now is to have a look at the button that we've made. Now to do that, we can go to scene 1, and what you'll notice is that the button isn't on the stage, so we need to go to the library and we need to bring our button onto the stage and control test movie and have a look at what happens when we go over the button, and when we click it, it sort of goes down to give you a feel of 3D. Now can I suggest that you have a go at building a button like that? Of course, if you need to get some text onto the button, you obviously need to go inside the button, lock your 2 layers, insert a new layer, call it text, and using the text tool, you would perhaps choose, I would choose perhaps, we need to get the color swatches up. I think yellow would look quite nice. The font size is probably a bit crazy here. We will need to adjust the font size of that, so go to properties, bring the font size down, use the and have a look at that, control test movie, and you've got a button effect. Now if you wanted the start to move when it went over the button, you'd need to insert a keyframe here, and you would need to just make your start go down a little bit. Control test movie, and now your start moves up and down with your button. I hope you like the beep then. Okay, why don't you try that one yourself?